I'm 30, unemployed, and possibly starting over in my career. Now, this is not the first time that I have been unemployed. In fact, it is my third. And to give you some context, in the past, I have left a job willingly because I was pivoting careers/industries. I have been let go from a company that was affected by the pandemic, and I have left a job that was just ultimately not the right fit, and I found out the hard way. And through these 3 separate unemployment periods in my life, I have experienced all of the unemployment stages of emotions, from sadness to relief and joy to stress and panic. And the tricky thing about experiencing these emotions is that it is not a linear process. You can really witness these emotions in waves and jump from stage to stage depending on the day. But being unemployed this third time around feels different. I've felt a odd sense of calmness, which is kind of unusual and a little bit scary, to be honest. And to be clear, I am still in the midst of my job search, which has been defeating and uneventful, if we're being honest. But despite it all, I've still remained to be calm. I've learned so many valuable lessons along the way, and just tips that have made this process enjoyable. So with that said, here are 5 things that have helped me during my time of unemployment and job searching. I think in this day and age, the lines between someone's job and their identity begin to blur. And once you leave a job, you kind of go into an identity crisis. You start questioning your worth, if you're fit for a specific industry or role, and if you're an overthinker like me. Imposter syndrome is just that toxic ex that you cannot get rid of. But detaching from your employed life enables you to redefine your identity. And the easiest way to do this is to spend time alone. I mean, like, intentional time alone. Whether that's going on a walk, meditating, journaling, this alone time allows you to kind of like remove the noise of opinions or societal expectations and bring you clarity and stability about what brings you joy. Detaching also means letting go of past work trauma. And whether this is burnout or a horrible boss or just like a toxic work environment, I am here to remind you that past work trauma is not on today's guest list. Personally, I used to have nightmares about some of my previous jobs and the Sunday scaries, but just have to remind yourself that let go of those emotions. Honestly, the easiest way to letting go of that like stress and trauma is to replace those feelings with gratitude. Like, remind yourself that I'm so thankful that I'm not burnt out. I'm so thankful that I get time to focus on myself. I know it sounds silly, and some of you are probably thinking, oh, fuck off. Like, I have kids to feed, bills to pay, and just life and existing is expensive, and I have enough to worry about. And yes, it's natural to feel stressed or fearful of like instability or the uncertainty of the future. But moving out of fear and panic does not solve anything. Say it with me, worrying is a waste of time. It's important to just remember that everything happens for a reason. The universe might be protecting you or forcing you to slow down or just redirecting you to something greater. Life always finds a way of working itself out. So with that said, enjoy this time. Spend time with your friends, with your family, outdoors. Read that book that has been collecting dust on your shelf for months. You might never have this time again, so why not enjoy it? And sometimes it's nice to have a little mystery in your life. Now, if you're struggling to enjoy this time without feeling guilty and you're like, sis, I just need to get a job, one thing that has helped me tremendously is to have balance in my day. Now let me break it down for you. You need to find some structure in your day that makes you feel good. For example, my morning routine, I wake up, take my vitamins, I try to do something that grounds and centers me. And for you, that could be praying, journaling, meditating, whatever it may be. And I like to just really enjoy a slow morning. I like to get my mind right before even touching my laptop and like looking at any job boards. But once I'm done with my cute little morning routine, I have my coffee ready, it's go time. I will block off a few hours dedicated to undivided time of just looking and applying to jobs. And when I say like undivided time, I mean like put your phone away, and guess what I do once that time is done? I close my laptop. That's right, just close it. Honestly, there is no point to endlessly scroll on these job boards because let's be real, they all start looking the same after a certain hour. After you complete your time block of like actively looking and applying for jobs, like enjoy the rest of the day. And that's not to say that you can't go back later and maybe check in the evening if something else popped up. That is fine, but you need to take breaks. After you've completed this block of time to actively looking and applying for jobs, enjoy your afternoon. Go on a walk. Watch that TV show that you've been so excited to catch up on. Go treat yourself. Like, you know me, I love a good treat. I live off of treat culture. But in all honesty, pat yourself on the back. Congratulate yourself for putting in the work. Do something for you and enjoy this time. And you know, sometimes in my job search, I find a ton of jobs and I'm just like boom, boom, boom. And other days, nothing, zero, zilch. And that is okay. The important thing is to just let go of this pressure and just embrace balance in your day. The longer a period of unemployment lasts, the larger the desperation becomes to just get a job. I've been there, I understand, but I'm here to remind you that you are capable, you are smart, and your perfect job is already yours. It's already out there. You just have to trust yourself. Sometimes rushing the process can lead to taking the wrong opportunity, wasting time, or getting scammed by fake jobs, which I have been a victim of. So with that said, trust yourself, look for red flags, especially in interviews and just job ads in general, and ask the right questions. Sometimes it can be hard to trust yourself, especially when your timeline is ticking. I know a lot of people like to set a date goal of, okay, by this date, I want to have secured a job, but it's important to not let that timeline kind of dictate your decisions and kind of cloud your judgment. I know learning something new can sound daunting, especially when you're giving so much mental capacity to job searching. But I want to emphasize learning at your own pace and once again, not putting too much pressure on yourself. Learning should be fun, it should be exciting. And the best part is that you never know where a new skill or hobby can lead you, especially in your career. Imagine learning a new skill or hobby and just really falling in love with it out of pure joy and passion, and a job coming out of it. You just truly never know what can happen. Like I mentioned earlier, dedicating time in your day to learning a new skill can really just help provide structure in your day and provide a sense of like pride and productivity. And the best part is you're investing in yourself. Regardless of whether or not this like new skill will be like related to your career, you're still making the most of your time. And the great thing is that you can mention stuff like this in your interviews. I feel like a lot of companies love to see that you're taking control out of your own life and you're investing in yourself. This economy and just job market is absolute trash, but I'm here to remind you that it does not reflect or define you. And we're living in such a weird time that eventually something is going to shift. But just know that being unemployed is truly just a chapter of your life and it's not your identity. I know some days are more defeating than others, but truly just remind yourself that you have done so much hard work. It will pay off. You know, life is interesting because sometimes we can't see just how close we are to a goal. So this is your reminder to keep going. You are doing great. I'm so proud of you and I love you. With that said, I hope this video was helpful. These tips have really just changed the game for me, but thank you for watching. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.